There are things about human behavior we experience every day but rarely stop to understand, and once you begin to see them, you cannot unsee them. Fact 1. People reveal more through what they don't say than what they do. Silence is often louder than words, and the pauses between sentences carry truth. Fact 2. The mind constantly seeks patterns even when none exist. This is why we create meaning out of coincidence and call it fate. Fact 3. People are not afraid of change. They are afraid of losing control. Uncertainty feels like danger to the brain. Fact 4. The more choices you have, the less satisfied you feel, because every decision creates invisible regret for what you didn't choose. Fact 5. People remember how you made them feel more than what you actually did. Emotion anchors memory far deeper than logic. Fact 6. We judge others by their actions but ourselves by our intentions, and this silent bias shapes relationships in ways we rarely admit. Fact 7. The brain prefers familiarity over happiness, which is why people stay in situations that no longer serve them. Fact 8. Eye contact creates a psychological bond. Even a few seconds can increase trust or discomfort instantly. Fact 9. People tend to mirror those they like without realizing it, copying posture, tone, and even beliefs. Fact 10. Overthinking is often the mind's attempt to gain control over something that cannot be controlled. Fact 11. People crave validation more than they seek truth, because being accepted feels safer than being right. Fact 12. The first impression forms within seconds and is incredibly difficult to change, even when proven wrong. Fact 13. Confidence is often perceived as competence, even when it is not, and this shapes who we trust. Fact 14. People value things more when they feel they might lose them. Scarcity increases desire instantly. Fact 15. The brain reacts to rejection the same way it reacts to physical pain. Emotional wounds are not imagined, they are experienced. Fact 16. People often believe they are more self-aware than they truly are. Blind spots exist in every mind. Fact 17. When people feel understood, their defenses drop and connection begins. Fact 18. Multitasking reduces efficiency. The brain is not designed to focus deeply on multiple things at once. Fact 19. People are more likely to remember negative experiences than positive ones. Survival instincts prioritize threats. Fact 20. The more you explain yourself, the less confident you may appear. Clarity often speaks louder than excess words. Thanks for watching. Fact 21. People often seek confirmation of what they already believe, not information that challenges them. Fact 22. Stress narrows perception, making problems feel bigger and solutions harder to see. Fact 23. People are drawn to those who make them feel seen, not those who try to impress them. Fact 24. Habits shape identity more than intentions do. What you repeat becomes who you are. Fact 25. The need to belong can override personal values, and people will adjust themselves to avoid rejection. Fact 26. People tend to overestimate how much others notice them. Most are too focused on themselves to pay close attention. Fact 27. The brain fills in gaps in memory, meaning not everything you remember is entirely accurate. Fact 28. People often confuse familiarity with trust. Repeated exposure creates comfort, even without reason. Fact 29. Emotions spread between people like a quiet contagion. One mood can shift an entire room. Fact 30. People are more motivated by avoiding pain than pursuing pleasure. Fear is a stronger driver than desire. Fact 31. When given too much information, the brain shuts down and defaults to simple decisions. Fact 32. People tend to like those who like them. Mutual interest strengthens attraction instantly. Fact 33. The way a question is asked can completely change the answer. Perception is shaped by framing. Fact 34. People justify their past choices to protect their self-image, even when those choices were flawed. Fact 35. Curiosity increases when something is partially hidden. Mystery creates engagement. Fact 36. People are more likely to take risks when they feel they have nothing to lose. Fact 37. The brain seeks closure. Unfinished stories linger longer in the mind. Fact 38. People associate physical warmth with emotional warmth. Even something as simple as holding a warm object can influence perception. Fact 39. Most decisions are emotional first and logical second. Reasoning often comes after the feeling. Fact 40. People fear judgment more than failure. The opinion of others carries invisible weight. Fact 41. The more effort people put into something, the more they value it, even if it has little objective worth. Fact 42. People adapt quickly to improvements in life. What once felt exciting becomes normal. Fact 43. Listening deeply is one of the rarest and most powerful ways to influence someone. Fact 44. People often project their own insecurities onto others without realizing it. Fact 45. Anticipation can feel stronger than the actual experience. The mind builds expectations that reality rarely matches. Fact 46. People are drawn to stories because they help make sense of complexity. Narrative creates meaning. Fact 47. Small, consistent actions have more impact than occasional intense effort. Change is built quietly over time. Fact 48. People are more likely to trust someone who admits imperfection than someone who appears flawless. Fact 49. The mind resists ideas that threaten identity, even if those ideas are true. Fact 50. Understanding human behavior begins with observing without judgment, because the more you see clearly, the less you react blindly, and in that awareness, everything begins to change. In conclusion, the more you begin to understand human behavior, the more clearly you start to see yourself and the people around you. Patterns become visible, reactions make sense, and what once felt confusing begins to feel intentional. Awareness changes everything, slowly and quietly. If you would like to learn more about psychology, subscribe, share, and like this video, and let your curiosity keep growing. Also, tell us in the comments section one fact that stayed with you, the one that made you pause and think, because sometimes a single realization is all it takes to see the world differently.